All right. So welcome to your virtual consultation. We've already gone over your medical part. Tell me about your nose.
I hate it.
Okay.
I don't like how pointy it is, the hump, just how much it projects from my face.
Okay. And when did you start noticing it?
Oh gosh, when I was like 11 or 12.
Yeah. Super common time. Have you explored any options before? This is the first time you're talking about this.
I did back in like towards the end of my high school career. You know, I was looking into it as a graduation present. I don't think we realized quite how much rhinoplasty cost at the time. So kind of just hit a point in my life where I've got a stable job and think I can, afford it. So looking more seriously into it again now.
Cool. And I know Carrie already prepped you with a lot of background information. So I think since you have a lot of background, let's go to your photos. We'll kind of look at those. I will morph them and image them, make sure we're on the same page. And then we'll kind of go over, some questions and that kind of stuff. Okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to share my screen now. Carrie, will you give me permission to share screen?
I just did it, sorry.
That's okay. So I'm going to share my screen now, and you should see yourself here. You see yourself?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, you may need to swipe again. Sorry about that.
No.
Okay. So you wrote on your paperwork that you felt like your nose was too long, and it kind of takes over your face. And
yes.
Length is exactly how I would describe this. So surgeon speak, length is from the dip there, the root, going diagonally to the tip. That's what we call length. And I agree. I think your nose is long on that axis. Okay. So I'm just going to start warping this a little bit here. And we're going to shorten your nose, and I'm also dropping it back toward your face a little bit. We call it deprojecting. I'm going to work on the bump a little, and I'm also going to work on your nostril shapes a little. And my goal when we're done here is almost what you implied, just a normal pretty nose that doesn't take away from the other features. We go in the right direction?
Yes, definitely.
How tall are you?
About 5'5", I think.
Okay. I asked that because people with big frames can't carry off little tiny delicate noses, and people with little frames would look silly with a strong nose. So you're in the middle somewhere. You're middle little.
It definitely already looks better.
Yeah, we're getting very close. It's a little overdone right now. I'm just going to kind of naturalize it just a little bit. And that makes it prettier, not less pretty. Yeah, that looks about right. So I'm going to bounce back and forth a couple times.
Okay.
So what I've done, in the original, there's excess length, so that's the angle coming this way. Okay, so there's excess length. The tip has kind of a droop to it. Okay, and then the nostril arc, I think, can be improved a little bit as well. And then kind of the general bump. So those are the basic shape changes. Is that about right, you think?
Yeah, no, it's dead on.
Yeah, and then for the other thing is when you smile, right now it pulls down, so it almost goes further. Can you see that still?
Yeah, that's one of the things that drives me crazy.
Okay, so when you smile, it will stay here, and it'll look really cute. It's not going to pull down when you smile. Okay, so I will send this to you. That looks just like perfect. Carrie, do me a favor. Since you're a public servant, you're a helper. You don't have to do this, but I want to offer to give you just a little bit of upper lip if you want.
Okay.
That would be an injectable. It'll last a year or so. If for some reason you don't like it, it can be undone. You're not stuck with it. And if you turn me down on this offer, that's totally fine too.
That was actually something I was interested in anyway, so.
It was something you were interested in anyway? Well, I'm just going to give it to you.
Yeah.
Okay? So
Awesome.
Something like that, I think would be very pretty and just kind of complete the overall look. Sound like a plan?
sounds good to me.
All right. So I'm going to flip off of here. So what kinds of questions can I answer for you?
Not really. I guess I'm assuming, from the front, the hump would kind of disappear with doing the de-lengthening and everything.
So I'm going to flip you back around.
The line right there.
There's not a whole lot going on in your front view. I'm going to flip you back around and show you, okay? So there's a little bit of a highlight right here and a little across the top. Very subtle changes. If it was your front view, I'd turn you away. If you came in for your front view, I'd say there's not enough to do. So there'll be some improvements here, but it's almost, I don't think you'll really notice a whole lot. Your biggest is going to be here.
On the side.
Yeah. That's what makes it worth coming in to see us. Yeah. Other questions for me?
Nope, that pretty much covers it.
All right. Well, the reason she has no questions is because we do a really extensive pre-education. Would you say it's pretty extensive pre-education for the consultation?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very thorough.
And so we don't want our patient to get to this stage and have 10 surprises where it's like, why'd you waste my time coming to this consultation and everything else? Like, I could have known that ahead of time. So she's done her research. She's been extensively pre-educated, so it's not surprising that there aren't any questions. Well, thank you for letting us tape that.
Yep.
All right.
Very nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too.